And we're back, episode 3, No Feelings Spared. Dennis, aka Brad, aka call me want to, but I'm still getting paid.
Yo, it's your boy Tampa Bay Jose coming at you through your earlobes.
It's Jordan, and let's get this shit going.
Hey guys, you have Devin Wainwright here, and I'm looking forward to this episode.
Always.
Hey guys, it's Nathan. I'm dealing with a little stomach virus right now, but it's alright. We're all good.
The first time where any of us are hearing about this.
Nah.
No.
Well, you had
No,
one.
I had
Oh,
this.
okay.
I had the food poisoning. All right.
Yeah, just a little bug.
Just a little bug. All right. So we had a little conversation off the mic. I think we should probably kick off from there.
We had a long
Hey, the
conversation.
Bucs are going to the Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying, all right?
Well, talking about sports, and that is completely bullshit.
The Bucs are gone,
The
bro.
Bucs are barely going to win the first 3 games without their all-star
All right.
quarterback, and then
All
when he
right.
gets back, they're going to lose more games.
All right.
And then if they make it to the playoffs, which they probably won't, they'll lose in the first round.
Jags,
Patriots.
I mean, the Bucs are going to be the 2018 Jags. I'm trying to tell y'all, boy, we got that
You are
mean
smoking
D-line,
crack.
baby.
No,
All right.
it's not happening.
All right. All right.
Who in here is a Bucs fan?
Me till I die.
Okay.
Aye.
You guys know I love my Bucks.
And Nathan's a Bucs fan. So I'm the standalone. I'm a Patriot fan. No, I'm not
Man,
a bandwagoner.
Bucs, I mean,
I'm just
fuck Boston.
Go Patriots, go Red Sox, suck my dick from the back.
Oh jeez.
Fuck Boston.
But we're talking about football right now.
Yeah.
What makes you think they're going to do anything better than they done last season?
Bruh, because that boy Jason Light did his fucking job, and we got the best D-line in the league. I'm not, alright, I'm over-exaggerating.
I appreciate
all
Jose.
this.
Okay, I'm glad you
But-
said it.
But we're going to be mean this year. I'm trying to, woo, I can't wait, bro.
I hope so.
I hope so. Yeah, you're right.
We just haven't
'cause
seen it. It's too early.
Every time we have high expectations, we fucking...
I feel like
Oh my
every,
God.
from an outside perspective, every season I hear this same hoopla about the Bucs are going to go to the Super Bowl and be amazing, and then mid-season you have Winston eating a W, and the season falls apart.
I love eating W's.
That was the most awkward clip I've ever seen before.
You know
His
what, man?
fingers even fucked up. That was stupid.
It was horrible. The people around him, his team, didn't know what he was doing.
I was at that game
Where you? Oh man.
in New Orleans.
You
It
got
was
Really?
awful.
money.
Yes,
You
I
said it
was
was
there.
awful.
I was there.
You
It was
got money,
awful.
That was a bad game.
Yeah, I left at halftime.
Oh damn.
What?
You know what? I just believe, like, we got to all come together, man, because, in this time and day and age, I just feel like we really falling apart, bruh. So, you know what? I'm with the Bucs all day. Jameis Winston's finna eat this year. Quan Alexander's finna lead the league in tackles.
Facts.
Jason Pierre-Paul is going to be a dominant force on the edge.
Double digits.
Noah Spence is going to dominate the league.
No injuries.
Levante David will be contested for Defensive Player of the Year.
Pro Bowler motherfucker.
Jared McCoy is the best defensive tackle in the league.
Double sacks. Double digit sacks.
And we're going to have the best receiving core and the best receiving core of all time this year as far as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers franchise record.
Okay. All that may happen.
It's gonna happen, bro.
Okay.
I would never say all that. But
It's gonna happen.
But do you believe that the coach with all these separate
Fuck no.
all-stars
Dirk Cutter
will lead
is trash.
because like this gets some conversation beforehand. I said it and I stand by that statement that Alabama with their coaching could destroy the Bucs.
Oh, Dennis. Dennis.
I couldn't
I'm
say
bugging?
nothing like that.
You're bugging.
I'm bugging. How am I
Dennis,
bugging?
any
No,
college
Bama could
program
not be-
could
I'm not
never.
saying
Browns.
any. I'm saying Alabama.
They could not beat the
Any.
Browns.
Nick
I
Saban.
don't care who it is.
Okay,
Alabama,
I'll
Nick
ask you this
Saban.
then. Would you rather have a good coaching staff? No, fuck good. A phenomenal coaching staff, battle tested, with a
You know Nick
roster.
Saban was trash in the NFL, right?
Okay, was
All right. Keep
past
going.
tense. You
Keep
want to
going,
talk
keep
about
going.
your
All right,
team, how
keep
they
going.
were trash and still are? What I'm saying is that Nick Saban with the roster he has now, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Granted, I hate Alabama with every fiber of my soul.
Hey, roll goddamn time, baby.
Oh, God. But if you have all right players and phenomenal coaching, a coach can rally around focal points and get a team to win, as opposed to a bad coach who lets players do what they want to do on the field and they don't have a collective leadership around them, and then they falter when they get to the third and fourth quarter of a game, which is what the Bucs do consistently.
No, we start off terrible and then we pick up at the end.
Now,
And-
Dennis, you do realize you have the greatest coach of all time, right?
Oh, I'm talking about the Patriots?
And
Yeah,
the
and Belichick?
and
Yeah,
the
Belichick,
greatest
yeah.
quarterback
See,
of all time.
now,
Thank you.
But besides
Give
that,
credit,
the
give credit,
Patriots aren't
credit.
shit.
Exactly. Your team.
And that's what I mean.
Exactly.
Great coaching.
No.
You're right. Let's say
You are right.
Shit.
No,
Let's say
you are right.
We take away Gronk and Edelman and everyone else.
Gronk is amazing.
That shows you the first 4 games when the Patriots didn't have Brady, we still won with a 3rd-string quarterback fresh out of college.
Which is why I don't believe Brady's an MVP, but that's just me.
Brady's the best player of all time. You can't hate.
Brady's doing what I've seen no one else do. Bill Belichick is so good, he took a subpar player from college and won an NFL game. So that kind of proves my point there.
No, yeah.
A rookie quarterback just won a game and a Super Bowl ring right now. He has a Super Bowl ring before anyone on the Bucs does.
You're saying all the right stuff right now, but you literally just said that Alabama could beat the Bucs. And
yes.
You're wrong.
I'm right.
You're wrong.
I take Alabama over the Bucs any day.
Correct, but
my logic's right, isn't it? It sounds fucking bulletproof.
Dennis, understand this. The amount of college players that go into the NFL is like, what, 1%, if that? Okay. So you're talking about a team composed of all those guys that already made it.
Okay.
Against a team of...
a team of younger, stronger.
Not stronger. Younger, so they're not as
smarter. They're not.
Okay, but they don't need to be smart.
They
need to know how to listen.
They're not pros yet, man.
They need to know how to listen. Fuck being
They're
a pro.
still kids.
Can you listen? Can you follow my directions? Yes or no?
Not going to be able to follow
can
directions.
You follow my directions?
With the offensive schemes that the NFL has, they're not going to be able to follow directions.
And you're saying that so you're saying that the playbook of an NFL team and the playbook of a college team are completely different?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
In every regard.
Yes.
Not.
In every regard. Are you saying they're so different that are you saying they're so different that when faced with that difference, they would just falter apart?
Alabama has a pro-style offense, but it's not exactly what it is, a pro-style. It's not a pro offense.
Okay, and I'll say this. I still think they're beating the Bucs.
They're not beating the Browns.
They're not beating.
I think they're beating the Bucs, the Browns, and the Lions. Well, I don't know about the Lions right now. But the Bucs and the Browns.
They're not even beating the second team of NFL.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm putting coaching above players right now.
There's a knowledge gap and a skill gap.
And I'll give you that.
Everyone in the NFL,
they're in the same
everyone
level.
in the NFL is good. Literally, everybody in the NFL is good.
They are.
Every player on that field.
Everyone on the practice squad
You
is
just
good.
as a team is when you can compare who's a good team and who's not. But everyone on that field, for the most part, 97%, everybody on that field is good. Like, they're all good. College, not everybody on that field is good.
And my initial point referenced that. You don't need a team of superstars with phenomenal coaching. We're not saying he's subpar coaching with an all-right playbook.
At the same time,
Nick Saban is a phenomenal, battle-tested coach at this stage in his career, and I believe
he's a good college coach. The level of competition in college is way different than the NFL. The NFL.
Okay, we're saying one game. We're talking about a freak show. We're talking Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather right now. We're not even Floyd Mayweather versus Conor because the Bucs aren't the best. We're taking Conor McGregor versus some B-rate boxer that no one knows about. Nationwide.
All the way fucked up, but keep going.
The Bucs will win.
The Bucs will win. The Browns will win.
I'm saying
the Jets will win.
I'm not saying the Jets are going to. I'm not. You guys are putting shit in my mouth. Pause. The only team that I'm saying will get beat by Alabama is the Bucs.
So you're saying the worst team in the NFL is the Bucs. That's what you're saying. And if you're saying that, you're wrong.
I
don't even want to talk about it.
Okay, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say the worst team. But I'm saying in the context of our conversation.
So who's the worst team in the NFL? You believe?
Oh, Browns.
All right, they will beat the
I think they're beating the
living
Browns.
shit out of Alabama.
No,
I don't think so.
beating.
All right.
Living shit out of Alabama.
Stop. The Browns would win, Dennis. I had to say it. It's an NFL team. It's an NFL team. The best players in the whole country against Alabama.
They got that boy
who has
Baker
superstars.
Mayfield out there.
But anyway,
and where's Baker Mayfield from? His
We've been
previous
talking
year.
for 10 minutes about the NFL. All right.
No,
what are you looking at?
Bro, we're talking about the Bucs going to the Super Bowl.
No, I got more to say.
No, they're not going to the Super Bowl.
Facts.
Let's offer it. The NFL and in college don't give a fuck about the players.
Fuck the NFL.
Yeah. I don't like the NFL.
I
like my Bucs, but I don't like the NFL.
I mean, I don't even like the Bucs that much, honestly, because they're
But do you like the NFL?
No, fuck the
But
NFL.
do you like the Patriots? Oh wait, but you're not a football guy like that. See, it's so tough because I hate the NFL. The NFL is such a bad.
Let me put it like this: I hate the NFL. I don't watch any Patriot games, but I'm notified on my phone. That's how I do my disconnect. I'm gonna watch Super Bowl if the Patriots go, but past that, I get notified on my phone. Oh, they won or they didn't, and I move on with my day. After the whole Kaepernick shit, I'm not. No, fuck it.
Exactly. No, they're
and then college football.
Way too much.
I'll go to a couple games this season, but the way they treat their players in regards to not really paying them, when I think you should, because you're making money off of these young men. Bodies. It's crazy.
I tweeted out college football is modern day slavery, and I got a lot of shit for it.
No, it is.
Teachers, but it definitely is like
modern day slavery.
That they're fucking.
I very agree with that.
They're fucking the students and that
millions of dollars.
It's great that they're giving a free education, and no one can take that away from them. But the money that they're making off those bodies is unbelievable. You're not giving students fucking money to bring out your mom to see you get play.
That's the whole thing. I think that's where Kaepernick's getting at least with the NFL, is that they'll destroy these bodies. But
so which one's worse? And we talked about it just a little bit before. Which one's worse, the NCAA or the NFL?
I couldn't measure. I think every sport is bad, really.
Which one is worse? I mean,
what do
you, Nathan? What do you think? Which one do you think is worse?
NFL.
Why?
Because the NCAA, right, is its own entity that controls everything. With the NFL, you have owners who have a say in what players go to their team. So, for example, the Bucs right now are starting Ryan Fitzpatrick for the first 3 games, while Colin Kaepernick is sitting out there ready to play football. Why don't the Bucs just sign Colin Kaepernick? He's been to a Super Bowl. Yeah. I don't understand.
I personally understand the Bucs but Kaepernick should definitely be a starter.
He should be starting.
When the Rams lost their quarterback, 100%. Was it the Rams last season?
Kaepernick should have been
the
Vikings?
signed
to the Vikings. He should have been signed to the Texans. He should have been signed to the Browns. He should have been signed. Where else?
Eagles.
No. They had Nick Foles.
Yeah,
Nick
they
Foles
had that. Yeah.
He should have been signed a lot of fucking places, and they're
consistently. And it came to the point where every other week it was like, oh, a quarterback got injured or something, so and so happened, and
the Ravens was actually really serious into signing him, and then I think it was the owner that said, no, this isn't going.
Yeah,
that happened.
The Dolphins should have picked him up last season when Tannehill got
hurt. He's like this collusion case. I pray to God he wins it.
Oh, I think he's definitely gonna win.
He should.
What are y'all talking about?
There's a collusion. Kaepernick has a collusion case against the NFL for not hiring him.
Oh, okay.
That it was a joint effort by everyone.
And it definitely is.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
I don't agree with them not doing what I think they should do when they believe in the protest. And you've seen a lot of players like backtrack and say, "Oh, well, there's places and times to do it."
Kaepernick never fucking protested the military.
Oh, that's so fucking stupid to me.
All right. All y'all that think that are fucking stupid ass motherfuckers.
How about this? Get mad at the NFL for only showing the national anthem after the government paid them.
Listen, in charge of anything.
Somebody got to be brave, man. Shit, let me wear a uniform. I swear to God, I won't be out there on that field, and if I was, I would not be standing.
Well, look, someone did that, Kaepernick, and then look what happened.
But I ain't gonna take no knee though. I'ma just, man.
Because look at it from this perspective. You have to look at it at least with background knowledge. Someone came to I forget the guy's name and said, "Hey, well." At least
it was a military guy.
It was a former Navy SEAL, I believe. He said, "Let me talk to you and let's get some understanding of why you're doing this." And he said, "You know what? While I won't kneel, while I won't sit down, I do understand what you're saying. So could you at least take a kneel? In the military, you do that for fallen brothers, anyways. We kneel to pray. So why can't we kneel during the national anthem? You're putting America over God now, but you love God in America. I don't get that ideology. It's so stupid to me, honestly."
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: when the national anthem comes on now, do y'all stand
up? This shit breaks my heart. Cause alright, so I'm from Venezuela. I came when I was 3. My parents fucking fought so hard to get like legalized here and become citizens. Yeah. So like I used to like dead ass like people would in high school I would go to like watch games and I would dead ass stand for the national anthem because that shit means so much. But this shit now like I don't know.
It's not only that. Just look up the country's history.
Exactly. Like
that's the worst part of it all. Forget about what's happening right now. Not to be reminiscent about the past, because staying stuck in the past is a sin in itself. But just think about the history of America. Just think about what America truly stands on right now. Just think about it. Just think about what got us here. All the history. All the enslavement.
America's built on fucking the craziest shit ever.
Let's not even say enslavement. All the imprisonment. All the
genocide.
The genocide. All the theft. all the people that we have trapped mentally,
physically.
You know? America was never great.
Never. It never was.
But America is great, though. That's the
idea of America is great. The execution of it is
that's a bullshit misconception that they try to tell people. They try to tell you, man, you can live your dreams in America. That's not true.
Though.
Nah, that's not true all the time.
No,
that's not true all the time.
Okay, this gets to kind of like a white privilege, black experience kind of debate. I think that, granted, people have setbacks in life. Some that are inherently given to them based on factors they have no control over. I can't control that I'm black. That's just how it is. I can't control that I'm male. It's just how it is. But I think that while it is harder for African Americans and Hispanics and Asians somewhat,
just minorities
in general, I think it is harder. I don't think it's impossible. I just think that sometimes it takes maneuvering and kind of in finessing the system that is in ways built against you. It has been since the beginning. At first, we were considered 3/4 of a human being. And people were like, "Oh, well, you're better now." No, after blockbusting, we couldn't get neighborhoods. That's why schools are so shitty in hoods. Because of redlining, we had to live in impoverished neighborhoods. Businesses wouldn't come to our neighborhoods and do shit. And then you're like, "Oh, well, the war on drugs. Black people started that." No, someone in Nixon's fucking administration came and said it was based on race. So now, what's the next excuse? Because all these things keep coming out and telling us that you were wrong and we're right in this argument. Hell, the Emmett Till, the woman came out on her deathbed and said, "Yeah, I lied."
It's just an enslavement.
Fucking wild to me.
It's just an enslavement, man. Just think about this. We're all old enough to go serve in the military. Like, right? All are old enough to go serve in the military, right? But we're not old enough to go get a drink. I'm not trying to be funny, but just think about it. You're not old enough to get a drink, but you're old enough to do some time behind bars.
Yep.
That's the most craziest shit in the world. That makes no sense at all. So you mean to tell me, as soon as you graduate high school, you can go fight for America and go to prison at the same time, but you can't go to a strip club? That don't make no fucking sense, bro. I'm just being real. Like, that's just real. That's real shit.
You're completely right.
Think about it. You can drop out of high school legally 16, but you can't buy cigarettes at 18. You can't even buy any type of drugs at 18 or 21 prescribed to you. That's crazy. That's probably one of the biggest enslavements in America. That's why that's why I don't stand up. I'm not disrespecting anyone's beliefs, but personally, my belief, I keep it to myself, and I'll just say I'd rather not sit. But you know what? Hey, I'd rather not stand. But hey, look, if you really stand by America and you love this country, that's all, man. Just be yourself. Because look, at the end of the day,
I love this country.
I know who to distinguish with and who to distinguish not, who to converse with, who to converse not. You know, so just let it be known. But I'll just say this: from what I've read, it's not good for my people. And I'm not want to say that I'm a member of the black community or the Hispanic community or anything like that, because that's so like monolithic. But like, it's just like I just can't mess with the whole degradation of like people based on color, based on opportunities, because it's not a equal opportunity in America in my eyes. But I think, and I believe, and I hope, and I pray, we are moving to an equal opportunity, because we have two white kids.
Bozo leaves office, we're gonna change this shit.
We have two white kids.
Granted,
we have two black kids, and we have a
it's not gonna
Spanish
be that
kid
easy.
in the room.
It's not gonna be that easy.
Your granddad walked in here and he saw that. You know what I'm saying? And that, whether it did or not, will resonate with him in some type of fashion. He will, when he goes to sleep at night, he will think about, my grandson hangs out with black people. And I know my grandson is probably going to come in contact with some people who are of darker shades of color, who are into crime-related things. But that doesn't mean they're into those things because they're dark. You know what I mean? Those are just people into crime-related things. So what I'm trying to say is that, you know, your guardians, you know, that's going to carry so much weight on them. In a positive way or negative way. I'm very sure that your grandpa is a great man. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people, granddads, dads, moms, aunts, niece, big brothers, big sisters, if they saw that they wouldn't like that. They wouldn't probably say nothing directly to our faces, but they wouldn't like that. You know how many girls I talk to and mom asked me, yeah, so are you staying off the street? Like why would you ask me? Yeah, like why would you ask me?
You staying off the street, bitch? What the fuck?
Yeah. Like why would you ask me a question like that?
That's
never
wild.
met you before.
No mom has ever asked me that question before. Not in my face.
Saying all
that. Bitch, I'm staying your daughter's.
Or better yet, they'll offer like, yeah, we're gonna get something to eat. Yeah, we're thinking about getting some chicken or something like that. It's always just the most common stereotypes that's so subconscious.
It's subtle.
Built.
Sometimes racism is so inherent you don't know it.
That's why it's subconscious.
Shit is taught from a level of birth.
Era. That's just simple. It applies to white on black, black on white, black on Spanish, Spanish on black. It applies everywhere. Everyone's at some point in their life racist.
Let me just
I'm
take
not
this.
racist. I can joke with satire. I think satire, can be distinguished.
Nothing's off limits with
if you're
jokes.
smart.
Nothing's
Smart.
Off limits.
But I mean, I just feel like we just live in a. Listen, I've never traveled to another country, so I can't speak. But I just think in America, we live in a very stereotypical country, and I think everyone bases everybody off stereotypes. I think we all judge, and there's nothing you can do about that. But stereotypes, we live in stereotypes. Just being completely honest.
I think I'll take this moment to try and debunk the whole black on black crime argument as opposition to police in black community. Crime is based on proximity, not necessarily race. Exactly. If I live next to Jordan, if we both happen to be black, it's because I live next to Jordan.
It's going to happen.
If I live next to Nathan and I rob him, it has to be because he lives next to me. It has nothing to do with race.
You know what's the
I'm
dumbest
robbing
shit?
something that's easy.
You know what's the dumbest shit ever? When they arrest drug dealers, right? When they arrest like someone selling crack or weed, right? What? But they give them like 30 to 45 years. But if Devin got arrested for selling weed or crack, Devin will get he'll get I would say he'll get about 3 months in jail at most, and he'll be
not even, dog. He gonna pick up that trash.
Fuck the drug reference. Let's talk about when fucking rape.
Oh yeah.
Brock Turner got 3 days for actually raping a female. But black football players get told or get what's the word for it?
Well, this is kind of a trash because like.
Well, no,
listen. Just think about it.
What the
color
fucking
black,
word?
right? The color black. Listen.
No.
The color black is
accused, but a black football player gets accused of raping a white player, and his whole life is over.
But listen, the color black, right? I hate to be artistic, but let's just think about it from an artistic standpoint. The color black, right? If we cut all the lights off in this room, it turns pitch black, right? What's the automatic assumption most people have in a dark room? They get scared, right? So if you see somebody that has a darker skin tone, it's easier to portray them as a villain. Look at all the villains that you see in movies. All of them are of darker shade. At least one's back in the day. Am I wrong or am I right?
No, I get that.
Yeah, and if you didn't notice this, most of them are transgender. Did you notice
what
that?
What the fuck?
Whoa,
That's
what?
Most of them have transgender traits.
Oh, you mean like Loki having long hair? Like
No.
I don't know.
Yo, what the fuck?
The only transgender, dead ass. I'm not even trying to make jokes right now. The only transgender I thought of was the red chick from Powerpuff Girls.
Yes, that's one of them.
That's the only one. That's the only one though.
Hold on, because I wish I had the list because I gave it to my gay professor and I shocked him. But I'm dead serious.
That's wild.
Listen, but listen, that's what's subconsciously built in you at a young age. Am I wrong or am I right?
I don't know.
I don't know any other cases. I've never even thought of it.
But just think about it. When you think of something scary, it is something usually dark. Am I wrong or am I right? It's black.
I can't really think, but like I
it's
hear
black.
you. I hear.
What scary movie you seen that don't got somebody dressed in black as the main character to kill somebody? Not even a scary movie. A movie about a galaxy. Come on, bruh. It's all built in your mind.
That makes sense, but you see in a lot of at least political senses, a lot of times the more evil thing is white.
No.
Think about Lucifer. He was the most beautiful angel. Think about the white horseman. He's the most deadly one. In the pale horseman, and they're the worst ones.
Listen, that is more of a spiritual and conscious thing that you're thinking of, and that's appreciative. But let's look at the perspective as a whole, as America. People don't read stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
When they see something on the TV screen, that's what they're gonna go to, and it's gonna be something black. It's just facts. People are afraid of the color black. It's that simple. It's a color that causes discomfort. Why? Because America did that. And it's the same thing for gay people, transgenders, bisexuals, lesbians. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. Literally.
Okay, I'll ask you this. Do you compare the plight of a transgender or someone in the LGBTQ community with that of a black or Hispanic?
They deal with the same problems. If not, they deal with them way worse.
Do you think...
Yes. They get discriminated by all parties. They get discriminated by everybody. Everybody.
I guess I can.
You can't go to no motherfucking cookout and say that you gay.
I'm dead. But you're right. You raise a valid point. The family a lot of times will shun you first, and then the public joins in.
That a lot of people live in the black community. If you gay and you black, you got to bring women with you so you could be more comfortable around black people. That's facts. That's for every race, damn near. That's just facts. And if you say you're a transgender, then it's like, okay, you gotta like girls then. It's like, bruh, you can't even be yourself. I'm not gay, I'm not transgender, but I feel their pain. They get hated on the most, like, by everybody. Every race, every business, everybody. Now, black people and Spanish people and people of all races of ethnicities other than Caucasians, yeah, we deal with a lot of shit. In my eyes...
The ones were fucked with earlier in what was it, the Persians?
Listen, I'll just say this.
Spartan times? Yeah, they're fucked with.
Listen, I'll just say this.
They're not
black people, we go through a hell of a lot of shit. And I'm not trying to say our race is superior, but black people, we go through a lot of shit. And we've been going through a lot of shit historically. That's why, it's all an enslavement. Because look, black people.
I wonder when this shit all started.
Listen, I'll say this, and this is one of the most truest things. I'm so serious. Black people have a natural sense of angerness in them. You want to know why? Because
it's installed.
Because when you take someone who's black, who predominantly grows in a poverty-stricken environment, right? Their mother's on crack, their dad is not around, and if their dad is around, he's inviting other women around while the mom goes work an overnight shift. So with that being said, as a young child, whether it's a young black girl or a young black male, they develop a sense of curiosity. And once they figure out the truth and they compare it to other kids that they go to school with, right? If they're not going to an all-black school, if they're going to a school like a normal public high school, they see someone who has a mom and a dad and food on the table every night, because eventually you're going to hang out with that kid outside of school. They're going to develop a sense of hatred and jealousy. That's why a lot of black people are angry. They're angry at what's inside of their homes. And that's not something wrong of them to be angry. But then that's when it develops the racism towards white people and the hatred and the whole mentality of fuck all white people. Because I used to be like that. But I never grew up poor. But I was always told as a young child, not by my parents, but by other people. But other people of my skin color or darker, they would always tell me, never trust a white man, don't like a white man, and everything is ruled by the white man. Only one of those is true, and it's the last one. Everything is ruled by a white man. That's facts. At least 95% of this shit now. But it's changing soon. But with that being said...
Shout out Jay-Z, man.
But listen, with that being said, I just think black people are just enslaved to be angry. But you know what? We got to take that anger and we got to turn it into intelligence. And when we take that intelligence, we got to turn it into power. And once we take that power, we conquer. Because we've always been conquering. We've always been conquering. We've always been conquering. This country runs off of black culture. And that's facts. And a little bit of Spanish culture. And a little bit of Asian culture. If it wasn't for culture, this country would not be here. And if it wasn't for bravery, this country would not be here. It took bravery and it took Bart to take the stand and do something totally different and go against everybody's will and build an empire. But we don't do that no more in America. They don't want a black person or a Spanish person or a gay person or a transgender person to stand up and say, I'm just as smart as every corporate person. I have every good degree as every corporate person. Yeah, I may got tattoos and shit, and I may smoke a little weed on the weekends, you know, and you know, like go to the strip club and you know shit like that.
Oh no, fuck the strip club. I'm trying to save my money.
But at the end of the day, I'm just as smart as everybody, and that's honestly how I feel like.
All right,
you know?
Well, what's the white perspective on what's just been said?
All right, I was just thinking about Do you feel like things were better for you guys while Obama was president?
Don't say you guys. Do you think things were better for black people? Just don't even say you guys. Let's not even try to make a separatism talk. Let's just say.
Well, I'm just talking to you guys directly.
I know what you're trying to say.
No.
Like, did you?
I think spirits were high.
Okay.
But as Obama said, I'm paraphrasing, of course. He's everyone's president. He's gonna help everyone. Yeah. It's not. He didn't.
Right.
He did like my brother's keeper and did things that helped the black community, but they were meant to help everyone. So I don't think anything was explicitly better, but I think spirits and morale were up higher. Because when you see it, I guess what it was, at least not so much for me, because I kind of found that people voting for Obama was kind of weird because a lot of people just voted for him because of his skin color, which isn't wrong because white people do the same thing. But it was a moment of fear, like someone who got to that stage, good or bad, would probably win simply for being black. And that's happened so long for it being white. I just don't want to see that translate to every other race simply because it just happened.
Listen, I'll say this. Obama, it just took time. That's all it took, man. That guy, it just took him a long time.
Okay, do you think we're going to get another black president in the next 10 years?
No.
Yes.
Oh, well.
I don't think so.
Absolutely.
I mean, in our lifetime,
Wait, time
yes.
No, 10 years. I'm saying.
Oh, well, I mean, that's only a couple elections. But
Cory Booker?
From Tallahassee, right?
No, Cory Booker's from New Jersey. He's not.
New Jersey, right.
He's not. Listen,
exactly. So I think he's the
closest
strongest candidate.
One, but
right?
he's not getting
exactly.
in the next 10 years.
Listen,
politically speaking, the Democratic Party is not going to let him get to that stage, and if he does, he's not going to win against someone like Trump.
You can't stop the youth. You can't stop the youth. These kids nowadays, they're listening to rap music. They're dressing like rappers. I can't even say acting like rappers because now what a rapper acts is so much different. But these kids are doing anything to fit into black culture or culture of color. So with that being said, I do believe there will be a black
not in the
person.
next 10 years though. Because
I'm
like what
listen,
Dennis said, I don't think there's a strong enough
too soon.
candidate for.
Listen,
for
I'll
that
say
to
this.
happen. I pray homeboy gets the shit together.
I would love you're not get. I think in a perfect world, it wouldn't matter the race because Hispanic, Black, Asian, anyone could be able to win. I think under this power structure, especially after seeing how Trump won and how he's maneuvered their culture in regards to politics in the news, I don't think it's happening.
Listen,
I don't think
I'll
it's
say
logical
this.
to think it's gonna happen
Look,
within
I'll
the next
be honest
10 years.
with you. Like, it's all cool that we talk about politics, but I'll be real. I'm not really too informed about politics. So, like, to be honest with you, I don't really like. I don't really like have a specific party like Republican or Democrat.
No, I'm an independent.
But
both the parties.
To be honest with you, I don't think there should be any party. I think it just should be like who can get in office.
We should run our system like the UK does, where they have multiple parties.
Oh no, but wait, socialism, bro. No, you can't be doing that. Suck my dick.
No.
They have a multiple party system where it doesn't go into Democrat or Republican. It's like 20 fucking parties, and whatever percentage you have is percentage control you have in the government. I think that's a fair thing to do when you have level-headed people voting, and I think we do as long as we educate people in the schools.
Again, I just think we should just have people just run up and try, and I think we need to have a woman president with a fat ass and big titties.
Wow.
Homegirl from New York, bro. Homegirl from New York, she's gonna get that shit.
Allah.
I don't know why we don't have a woman president. To be real with you,
Because of fear. We barely had a
I
black.
know it's fear. I know it's
I mean, look at the perspective. Our first black president was only half black. You never gonna get a full woman up there? No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
She would have been president, but she has some emails.
Yeah, God forbid.
Yeah.
The whole Benghazi thing, when Republicans said, you know what gets me upset about Hillary Clinton not winning because of the emails and because of Benghazi was Trump did the same thing with the emails. In Benghazi, Republicans literally voted before that to defund funding for those facilities to have security. And now you're mad that they got attacked after you defunded the security? Because she may have knew it, because she was given warnings. You know how many fucking warnings and threats were given into all the fucking embassies around the fucking country?
Yeah.
Like, suck my dick. Honestly, it's ridiculous to use those things as excuses, especially after your party of Republicans went in office and said, with Hillary saying we need more funding for attacks, and they said, no. Fuck them. And then, oh no, then the 4 lives lost. You signed up for the fucking military. What, you thought it was going to be fucking daisies and shit? No, it's a rough fucking job. And the Republicans that you voted for don't fucking care about you. As long as they're getting voted in office and getting themselves money, giving themselves breaks in and fucking pay raises, and their sons going to positions after them, they don't give a fuck about anyone else in the war. Because most of the time it's poor whites and blacks. I mean, poor people across the nation, regardless of race.
Yep.
No wealthy person goes in the military. Why? Why would you? When you could just go take your dad's position at a fucking company or something.
Daddy's job.
It's simple.
Listen, again,
hope the mic picks that up.
We need like a good 10 years of straight female presidents.
10 years, bro.
Okay.
Straight 10 presidents. Fuck 10 years.
No,
that would be like a president and a half.
I mean back to back. Like,
That'd be great. That'd be
awesome.
I was ready for it.
I voted for it. I was
so ready for Hillary to win.
Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready. Well, y'all already know how I am, but I'm always open for drastic change. Like, I don't care what it is, as long as it's not negative. Like, if we had a president that was a female and she made a law that women over the age of 21 could wear no bras and no panties.
I mean, they can now.
There's no law saying that. You mean like just that, like naked?
Yeah, like naked.
Because they already do that under clothing now. I mean,
damn, I just thought about that. That would be some fly ass shit.
Damn, my dog really paused. What you say?
Just walking around naked?
Yeah.
I'm alright.
Well, okay. It doesn't matter to me personally.
I'm still.
But I think that becomes an issue because you'll have the same weirdos we have seen in strip clubs everywhere.
Listen,
and they're already seeing
that's what they know.
No, but I'm saying I think that actually no. Let's fucking do it. Let's showcase them and fucking expose them. Oh, fuck. I'm so down with this. I'm so down with this idea now.
No, let's not do that.
Well, nah, because
we're way too human.
Listen, the thing is, we live in a world where it's like, you know, everyone's like, you know, it's like a stab to the chest isn't enough. All right, so I'll wait for you to stab my leg. Okay, well, I'll wait for you to stab my neck. But then at the same time, like, when are we going to stop putting it with the bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was me, if I was Colin Kaepernick, all respect to the brother, but if that was me, if they did a national anthem, I would have ran up and took the microphone from them and then ran back. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Listen, all respect.
Devin, please say what you want to say before I say anything.
Respect.
That's wild.
All respect to the national anthem.
Because that transfers from peaceful protest to you actually doing something that could be considered
but you know what?
Excessively disrespectful.
Listen, we live in
that's someone else's.
But listen, we live in a generation where a Martin Luther King would be very difficult. Actually, it probably would be absolutely impossible for a Martin Luther King to exist today.
I don't think so.
I completely agree with and support the way Kaepernick has done his protests and
beautiful
his disagreement with how things have been.
Yeah.
Whether it be suppression of people of color or the treatment of our veterans, which he has protested both things because he does support the military and he does support our troops.
For those who don't know that.
But
no, it's the
VA system
thing is they know that. They know that, but they don't
I don't think they do, Jose. Jose, what they see is anthem protest.
Yes.
That's what they think.
The worst part is that anthem that they go and buy hot dogs and popcorn during and don't actually stand up. That shit that really bugs me is that I went to the Buccaneer Patriot game I went to. When the anthem came on, I didn't even fucking know because I was buying food with a whole bunch of other people who I would imagine, don't know for certain, go online on Facebook and talk to their friends and shit about, oh my God, those stupid NFL players taking knees. You should just shut up and catch the ball.
Here's what should have happened. and like a perfect world, which will never exist. He takes that knee, people see that and they think, why is he doing that? Let me find out why.
Why?
Oh, man, that's pretty bad. We should fix that. You know?
Yeah, but people
we should change that. Logic. But no, people saw that and they thought, wow, that piece of shit.
I really just don't.
It's a fear. It's all it is. I'm telling you, it's the same shit with the black shade. It's fear. Fear is the greatest form to start a propaganda. That's what people do in this country. That's what white people do. They start fear. Like, that's the greatest weapon you can use to start a propaganda, to confuse a bunch of people. Is fear. I'm telling you. I'm not trying to sound crazy. Well, I'm crazy, but it's fear. I'm telling you. That's what the fuck they doing. Is fear. Because look, for the people that go against Colin Kaepernick, they're in fear of what the truth is in front of them. That yes, he is standing for people of color. He is standing for social injustice. He is standing for police brutality. But the fear is now it's gone into my face on the national anthem. So you know what? No way in hell am I going to support that, because now I'm in fear if that's patriotic to do that. But they know that it's not right. But they don't want to do it because it's fear. That's all it is.
You could find a better way to protest. No, Because we've done that, and you haven't done anything.
You have to cross.
How
the
do you want us to
boundaries of
fucking
fear.
protest at this point? We march, we're thugs. We riot, we're thugs.
That's what
we
I'm
take a
saying.
silent knee, we're thugs.
Listen,
Give us fucking ideas then. Stop complaining and give us fucking
Colin
ideas.
Kaepernick did was absolutely genius. That's what you have to do. You have to cross the boundary and do it for fear. Sometimes you'll lose your job. Sometimes you'll lose your loved ones. Sometimes you'll lose your friends.
Sometimes you might lose your life.
Sometimes you'll lose your life. I would do all four. I don't give a fuck. Well, y'all already know I ain't got no filter, so I don't give a fuck. I would have took it the next step further and took the microphone from the lady singing the national anthem.
That is
I don't care.
wild.
I swear to God, I would do that shit. I would have did it right now,
that's
and I would
wild.
do it if I was famous. I don't care because I know that there's gonna be a lot of people
That's
who
some
are very
Kanye shit.
fearful.
Let me keep it
Hey,
a
yo,
buck.
No.
Do you have
That's
family in the military?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have.
So shut the.
I have.
Talk your shit.
one.
Talk your shit,
Hold
Jose.
on.
No,
No,
like,
I have 1, 2, 3. I have an uncle that came from the military right before 9/11, and I have two cousins still enlisted in the military, living off the military.
Hey, and how do you know how they feel about?
They don't care.
Exactly.
They don't care at all.
I don't have
And
any.
let me say this.
God damn,
and let me
bro.
say this. A lot of people that join the military, as far as millennials, whether it be black, white, Spanish people, they don't join the military because they're that patriotic. They join the military for an excuse because they don't have a plan after high school.
Nah,
They
let's not
don't.
say that. Let's not
That
say
is
that.
true.
I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
No,
Some people
that
generally
is
do
true.
love I've seen, at least people I've talked to, who my age who've joined the military, it's been for a love of the country. Granted, they do
Okay.
pay for college. They're like, you know what? I love the country
Exactly.
and
I
I'll
feel
pay
like
for
they
my
do it more
college,
for
so
the
why not?
benefits. I do it, but it's not because they're
Okay, and that's fine. When they sign that 6-year contract, ask me how they feel after the third year. I
All of
guarantee
you are
you.
kind of blowing me right now, but
I
I'll let you
guarantee you, after the third year, they will probably say, "Oh, I love the country," but they will say, "This is not what I thought I signed up for." Guaranteed fact.
Because it's the military. That's not what you signed up for. You don't know what it is until you've actually done it. That's a lot
I
of
have
shit.
friends in the military that said that was the biggest mistake they've done. The only thing they like about it is that it's now paying them off for their family. But as far as their happiness, like they were the happiest people when they left the military. That's just me. I listen. If you sign your life away for a couple of years, that should be one of the biggest choices you make in your life for a career. I look at the military as a career. That's just my personal belief.
Definitely is. Devin, you're about to say something though?
yeah. Well, I've had a lot to say. Trying to backtrack a little bit.
Hey, just shut up.
no,
and,
it's
like,
okay,
cut
it's
this
okay.
dude off 'cause he's
Um,
gonna stop talking.
In my mind, I feel like you should only go into the military to protect our freedoms. Like that's the sole
Okay.
purpose, is to protect our freedoms.
Yeah.
Now, I feel as though our flag, which so many people love, it doesn't represent freedom anymore. Thank you, Nathan. You know, everybody loves the flag. You know, we wear it. We see it everywhere. It's kind of weird.
You know you're
I
not
think
allowed
it's
to
kind of
wear
weird.
the flag.
Well,
But
I
keep it
mean,
going.
I don't know about all that, but
Yes, an article.
Yep.
It's law. But fuck the law, right?
it's like people don't go to. You shouldn't go to war over the flag.
No.
Okay.
It's just a symbol. It's a symbol in the sense that it's,
I mean, I'm gonna
what
be
saying.
honest.
Go ahead.
I don't feel much for the flag itself.
No, but I can see the logic because if I see somebody wilding in Europe and throwing the flag in the ground and stomping on it, I'm gonna beat their ass.
If I see that in America, I'm stopping it. It's just,
Exactly. So I get it, but at the same time, we're not attacking the flag, dog. We're attacking
Devin,
the fucking.
I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%. I see. Listen.
Okay, I think where maybe my disconnect is Jesus Christ, Nathan. My disconnect is that I see the potential that America has
Exactly.
under the right leadership, so that's why I take things like the flag in high regard. Granted, I'm kneeling, I'm not standing up for the national anthem, and everything connected doesn't hold as strong with me now, but I know under the right leadership, it can be what it was meant to be from its infancy, with everyone being equal. It's not that now, it probably won't be for a while, but for me, it's more potential than actuality, than reality, I guess.
Okay.
All right. We're switching topics because I want to talk about this before we run out of time.
Oh shit.
Okay.
We're going to table this for next time.
So no. Earlier today,
Oh shit.
Jordan posed a couple of interesting texts into our group chat we have. He said that he was at Chick-fil-A today, and he was there
so
ordering
funny.
food, right?
Yeah.
And he received some awkward, maybe distasteful glances from other people at Chick-fil-A, and he said, y'all white people have it easy. All y'all white people have it easy.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
Where's the lie?
I agree with that.
Where's the lie?
I agree with that 100%.
Reading this at work
But
was hilarious.
the question I had was, what are you doing sending that into our group chat? Because we're all on the same page here, right? You know that 100%.
Yeah.
We know that that's true.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is he doing? Why is he saying this? We all know what he's saying. What I think you should do is send that to maybe another group chat where there's a conservative. Send that to a conservative.
Yeah.
Because we know, we don't understand, but we acknowledge the struggles that not only you guys have gone through, but people in a lot worse situations in America have gone through. But a lot of people don't. They don't know that if you walk into a Chick-fil-A.
All right, so he said that, and then, but then you responded with the saying, okay, but we all have it easy.
Well,
And
but I'm sorry to cut you off, but I was just joking.
anyway, but I kind of felt that as like a slap to the face, kind of, because
No.
that's like saying like, okay, you're here, so you're good, but we're not good. You feel me?
No, that's not. I mean, it was
That's
obviously
how
misinterpreted because you know who I am. I
No,
hope
yeah,
you do.
yeah.
At
Oh
least.
yeah.
But I'm saying what I was trying to tell you is that logic is the logic that they use. That's like, oh, you don't like this country, move out.
No,
Those
that's
are the
not the
two-
same logic at all. The
But it
logic I'm
is.
using is no, it's not.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yes,
Whites are
it's.
Nah,
You
Damn.
you talking now, right?
Damn, that's wild.
It's
Go
not
ahead,
about,
go ahead,
It's not
Nathan.
about that at all. There is truth to that, and it's not an exemption for the struggles that minorities, and not only minorities, but people in poverty, people who are oppressed, females, go through today in this country. I'm not saying that's an exemption to overlook this at all, but it is true that when you look at life as a whole, life on a global scale, there are a lot worse problems going on, like at a global scale.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I
And we
think
know
I
that,
think where
and
the
we know
the
that.
mix-up is that generally when comments like that or jokes like that are made, they're being made with the overall circle that is placed in is the American experience.
100%.
So to simply throw the you could be somewhere else experience
That's
into
like a
that
slap in
circle,
the face to
it
us.
seems like you're not understanding the premise of the comment made.
No, I was trying to
Exactly.
change because, granted, it's a huge issue, but it's kind of one of the only issues we've been talking about is this, like the shit that's horrible that's going on in America right now. I was trying to change the conversation, change the topic, broaden
No,
it.
I got it, but
Right.
it was still like like.
Well, maybe it seems like it was kind of a reach to go from Chick-fil-A I get stares at
That's
to
exactly what
there's
I'm
hungry
saying.
people in Africa.
So shut up.
If you see how
That's
that's
exactly how
a
I
big
felt.
jump.
That's
Like,
exactly
I
how
understand
I
what you're
felt.
saying completely, and
And then you said you weren't born in a third world
that shit was,
country.
and you
and
said
that's
I
it.
am, and I
was.
fucking died
Yeah,
afterwards.
I was.
That shit was so funny.
You weren't raised there though. Living there till 3 isn't being like So you know how much worse it is
Oh,
in
yeah,
countries like
100%.
Venezuela,
Yeah.
other third world
Hey, shout out
countries than it
Venezuela. Love y'all
is
people, man.
in
That's the
America.
worst Venezuela.
I was just trying to change the topic.
No, I got it, but
Because
what
I
I'm
You
don't
can
know why-
understand though that a lot of times when we bring this up to people, at least I don't know about you guys, but I can say at least in my conversations, and we talked about this in the first podcast, I talked to
Absolutely.
conservatives and people who voted for Trump, people who are conservatives but didn't vote for Trump. A lot of times when I bring up an issue, they'll say, "Oh, well, you could just leave," and I say to them, "That's a dumb ideology to have because when you
Yeah.
have a problem at a grocery store, you don't leave the grocery store, you get the problem solved.
Exactly.
That's a
If there's
different.
a problem in your
that's a
household,
completely
you get
different
everything
argument.
solved.
That's crazy.
So it's crazy to then at that point hear someone say, "Oh, well, you could be in like Saudi Arabia walking 6 miles for water." Like, no, we're talking about the American experience,
Yup.
and it's simply throwing something off the table on the table with no regard to what's on the table seems in a sense insulting to the conversation at hand. Because if we're saying, "Oh, damn, I hate the way that Flint has no water," you're like, "Well, they could be Africa where no one has water." Then all right, that makes more sense because we're talking about water, and then you're moving it from a American experience to a global experience.
Yeah,
in that regard, but he
100%.
said Chick-fil-A, and then you said, "Well, we all have it easy in America."
Yeah.
So you
Well-
understand the disconnect.
Yeah,
Like, I understand what you're saying
100%.
completely.
Well, yeah, because that's all we've been talking about in the group chat.
I'm just tired of getting weird stares. I just hate that shit. Like,
Well, honestly, when
no,
I read your 10, I
absolutely.
thought you were joking. I didn't even take that shit serious.
Yeah, I knew you were joking.
I was joking, but I
Because
had
I get
no
those. I
business.
get.
It's true though.
No,
I
but
hate
it is
getting
true.
No, it's
true.
dead ass true, but
Yeah.
I guess
I get it. Like,
in my standpoint, shit like that doesn't even bother me anymore because I'm so used to it that doesn't.
I mean,
it doesn't
I get
keep
it.
my radar. Like when I see something and I take a moment, I'm like, oh, they're probably looking at me because I'm black. I'm just like, well,
I mean,
fuck
I
it,
get
I'm
it.
still
You
here.
know,
Who gives a
but,
fuck?
You know, when I walk in international and I go in like like Zara or like Armani Exchange or something like that, and like like
That was
you
a
know,
subtle flex.
And no, I'm not flexing. And then like when I go in there and like I touch like the fabrics and stuff, and I tell like the clerk or the whatever the store receptionist or whatever, like like I ask them stuff about the clothes, they're like bamboozled because they can't believe like a black man this fly would know about this type of shit. They think I would just be in there to spend $400, get on FaceTime, and just blow my money on everything to like brag. You know what I'm saying? Like when I be in like stores like that where it's predominantly a higher class scale of people that it's gonna have an open market for more white people or people who are privileged. I'm gonna get weird stares, especially when I bring my other friends who are from the projects and they come with me. They may not speak as well as me, but they're almost as smart as me or smart as me. You know what I'm saying? Or they're trying to be smart and they're not doing anything bad. It's just like I walked in Armani Exchange not a month ago, 2 weeks ago. I walked in and I was trying on polos because I had to look for a polo that looked really good, and this black kid walks up to me and he says, this young black kid taps me on the back while I'm on FaceTime. Well, I kind of just like contradicted myself, but this black kid taps me, so I said, yeah, and then he goes, listen man, I'm not trying to rob anymore, blah blah blah. I thought he was probably like 16 if I had to guess. He said, I'm not trying to rob anymore. I need help paying for school, and is there anything you can help me with? And I said, like, I just looked around like, wait, what? And I was like, I have a card on me. That's all. I don't have open cash on me, like physical cash. And he said, no, we can go to ATM right there. I was like, no. And I said, nigga, no. Like, no way. And he was like, damn, you not going to help me out? No, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is that I can, like, him doing that's why I'm going to get stares. It's because of shit like that. And listen, I love my people and I love black people, but you can't be doing no shit like that. You can't be going in no high class store and asking people for money. You're just opening the window for someone to just look at you and say, damn, that stupid ass nigger asking for money. That's just me.
Damn,
and
I thought I
listen,
said the ER.
and
Wow.
listen, to be completely real, if you need the money that bad, you shouldn't be at all places, International Mall, and I don't know why would
No, you should be International Mall applying for jobs.
Hold on.
I had a job at
Why?
International Mall when I was
Listen,
15. Fuck
Listen,
that.
listen, why would you be inside a
Flipping
clothing
chicken
store
patties.
asking me? He only asked me for money. He didn't ask nobody in. There was some
You're his
fine-
brother.
There were some fine ass white girls in there. He didn't ask them for money.
I'm
Like
dead.
I
You
kinda,
playing it wrong, bro. You get the. Never mind.
no, listen. No, it's a reverse thing, and y'all know it's true. It's not right. Just like how when y'all have certain people, not people, but people who are white, when they go inside the store, when they're rednecks and shit, you feel embarrassed, like, damn, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Now, they're gonna think I'm related to them. You know what I'm saying? And really, it has nothing to do with their color. It just has to do with their level of ignorance. Listen, all respect to that young kid that asked me that money, but that nigga's a dumbass, bro. Like, just off rip. And he should never ask me that type of shit. Now, if you would have told me, look, man, I just need some cash, blah, 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 I would have helped the man out. But to invite the window for an ATM, just, nah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, hold on. Let me bring it back a little bit.
Listen, what
No,
you...
hey,
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 no,
hey,
no,
hey,
no,
no,
you've been
let
talking
Nathan
for like
talk,
three,
let Nathan
you've been talking
talk.
about like 3 minutes. So, yeah, I understand.
I'm so happy right now.
Like this, I wasn't trying to like compare what you're going. I wasn't trying to draw a comparison between
No,
your
not at
comment
all.
and what I was talking about with third world countries.
Yeah.
But something I like to think about whenever I'm struggling, because I've been through some shit. Devin knows.
Everyone
We
has.
all have.
Yeah.
We all have.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
not to the extent as you guys.
Yeah.
I can give you
No,
that.
not necessarily. We don't know each
But
other's
something
stories.
that helps me, even if I'm going through like a rough day,
Yeah.
or it's something as stupid as someone looks at me the wrong way, is just to have a little perspective. Because I know it sounds like stupid, but like you said, we can think about people who have it better than us and how fucked up some shit is today. But like whenever I'm going through a rough time, I just think about this documentary I saw with this one girl in Africa. Parents both dead. She lives by herself in this small ass village. Has to walk 4 hours to get water. 4 hours back.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's what she gets for that's their water. And she has to, her aunt's sick, by the way, so she has to take care of her aunt. She's all by herself, and that's her life.
No, we're truly blessed.
I think about that,
Absolutely.
and I'm like, oh,
someone could always
You know
have
what?
it worse.
Okay,
Always.
well, that is a great way to look at life.
and I'm
But you
not
can't-
comparing. That's not a comparison to what you're going
Not at
through.
all.
But it had like,
When
I'm
you put it in
just saying.
perspective,
I don't
yes,
go-
we have it very easy to compare it in a global perspective. But I think what we can't do is simply with everything be like, oh well,
Set the bar.
we can't. Yeah, there's
no, yeah, that's not what I'm doing.
there are definitely worse situations we be placed in, whether it's in America or let's say Africa. We've been using that as an
Absolutely.
example.
Bad is
But
bad.
but we can't at that point start saying, well, when it's something serious. I'm not saying something in regards to like looking at someone or whatever. Granted, that sucks, but in my life,
Listen, that didn't get me upset.
yeah, it was just. I didn't think it got you upset. It was
Right.
just a joke.
Right,
I'm
right.
saying like, let's say we talk about something like Flint. We can't move the benchmark of bad and keep moving it back to you could be in Africa
Right, and that's
walking
what
4 miles. Or
conservatives
no,
do.
you could be.
That's what a lot of
that-
conservatives do.
And that's what a lot of conservatives do. So when we saw, or when they saw, because I was more on their side. When we saw that comment, we saw the front
conservative-
steps
Yep.
of going down that hill of ideology.
Yep.
And granted, we know that's not you at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there is truth. There is truth to it.
Seeing that first step,
You
we had
just-
to. Okay, this is. I think
We
this
had
is
to call
something.
you
This
shit
goes
out.
to a wider subject. I think that as African Americans and Hispanics and any minority or anyone in general, when you see someone doing something that could be bad in the future, you nip it in the bud then. So if we saw you say something that could be the initial first steps of a bad ideology, then we just say, "Oh, well, damn, do you understand this ideology?"
No, I
and then
mean,
we just move on from
I
that
assumed
point.
y'all already knew that who I was.
No,
I feel
we
like
know
that
No,
exactly.
we're not
needs to be
saying
said.
we're not saying you were Pacific. We just happen to say something, and then we just happen to respond. But we're saying, okay,
It just happened to be you.
look at it this
It
perspective.
just
You did-
If in 80 cases we deal with people, and I'll say in 80 cases I deal with white people who feel a certain way about black people and experience we have in America. And I know you as someone who's not like that. There's 20 people out of opposed to those 80 people. Sometimes in my head, I'm so used to always reacting and saying,
Exactly.
wait, but you can just see it this way. Not in a confrontational sense, not in an angry sense, simply me just making you understand my ideology. I don't think I should be considered wrong for being like, oh, well, I get where you're coming from, but this is why I don't think you should say that. It's nothing against you. It's just I'm so used to correcting
And
people.
this is
on
beautiful that
things.
we're doing this now. Like we're getting our
It's
ideas.
nothing.
so-
It's nothing against your character. It's just I'm so used to saying that thing so often to people because I work with cops and white people. 10 times out of 10, hell, a lot of my male friends, past you guys, are old white conservative males. And a lot of times we have these conversations because I enjoy talking about this type of shit. They always say the same thing over and over again. So I'm used to always retorting with that sort of answer. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
nothing
I feel
towards
you.
you. It's just I'm set in my ways, so to speak.
I definitely feel you, but like that ideology is true, right? The fact that people have it worse than us.
Yeah, we're not saying it's not.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
Okay,
am so
this conversation tells us that you don't actually think what
Exactly,
you could be thinking,
exactly.
and having a
We
conversation.
know yeah, exactly.
Nathan,
It's crazy. Dude. It's crazy that this has happened.
Nathan, you might be a racist.
no one's saying that. Oh damn.
Nah, Nathan's with the shits, man. We know that. We know that.
That's
your
why
heart-
I said that
we
in
know
the
your
first
heart,
place, because y'all already know.
But listen,
Yeah, we already know. It's not even. See, this is.
This is
We
what we should have.
we
been
already
doing,
know.
bro.
So
This is
simply,
what we should
okay.
have.
This goes to less of us thinking you're racist and more of us busting your balls.
but listen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jose, you
I
said you were.
busted your
Yeah, I was just busting. In my 10 measures, I was just busting your balls.
Ignorant
No,
ass.
that's you were in that back.
Yeah, I was just busting your balls.
Comment.
Yeah, that the ignorant
like, yo,
when
you
the
got me
ignorant
fucked
came up
up
with
right
conversation, I was like, oh
You
shit,
got me
I'm
so
backing
fucked
away.
up. You got me so fucked up.
Hey,
But
baby,
at least
I'll
we're not
take
to be.
it
It was
up
more.
I'm probably the
It's-
least ignorant person at this
I
table.
know.
It was.
Calm
It
down,
went
bro.
from. It went from. It's not really you being a racist. It's just I'm just gonna bust your balls. At this point, I don't give a.
Well,
Like
look.
he said something that was funny, and then you said something that was, granted, true, and it was funny in context to the conversation. Then Jose said, "Well, I am," and at that point, I simply put in my 2 cents to bust your balls and fuck with them, and then I left the conversation.
But look, it's
Yes, sir.
beautiful
I
that
love
I.
it.
That shit's funny.
it's
Yeah, I
beautiful.
fucking love you guys.
It's beautiful in a sense because that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what people who push the boundaries are supposed to do. Keep poking at people's complacency. I'm not saying you're complacent as a
You
person,
motherfucker.
but that's what you have to do.
What do you call him? You
You have to
racist
keep poking-
pig, Jordan.
Nah, I see what you're saying, but
you
you
have to keep
motherfucker.
poking at what's uncomfortable. That's all you gotta do. Keep poking at what's uncomfortable. It's that simple. It's that simple. Literally, it's that simple. Tell a thug to go hug a gay person. They won't do it.
They won't. They really won't. That's very true.
They won't do it.
They won't.
They won't.
That's all good,
fair.
man.
Just keep poking.
Go ahead,
Tell
Devin.
me.
Talk your shit, man.
No, I was just moving it back.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say something.
Complacency is the root of evil. I'm trying to tell people, bruh. They don't believe me when I say that shit. The word complacency is a bad word. Like contradicting, contract, the
Oh, man, what
prefix
the
con.
fuck?
I'm for real, man.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, Jordan. You're losing me right now,
Yeah.
but I get what you're saying, bro.
Listen.
It's like it's 12 guys. It's 12:30 right now on a Wednesday night. Oh, Tuesday night.
Wednesday.
Wednesday
It's Wednesday
morning.
now. So I want to say I think we covered a lot of topics here.
This was
We're
good.
gonna definitely dive into these more next time and in the
we
future.
we can keep talking.
Hey,
about this.
go out.
Yeah, we really could.
Vote.
But
Go
yeah,
out and vote.
definitely early voting
Unless
now.
you're
Hopefully this
Republican.
podcast gets to you. And remember to vote for people you think represent you and your community to the
Mhm.
best of their ability. And make sure to research. Don't just vote for the Republican or Democrat.
Facts.
Look up fucking policies. Look up their history and make sure you know who the
Big
fuck you're voting
facts.
for. Because I don't want to hear you complaining 2 years down the road when shit gets worse.
Big facts. Hey, I love y'all.
Have a good night.